Welcome, Miss Tia. Hello, hello. Welcome, Mas Choyo. Right? I think most of you have joined us. Welcome, welcome. Right. Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Cahyo. I'm your host today. I am very pleased today because, this beautiful occasion we will have a great presenter here, Mr. Adivira Sanjaya. And as your host today, I will run you through the rundown today. Yeah. So to do that, I'm going to share my screen. Give me some time. Right, so this is the rundown today, the agendas that we are going to do today. The first one is the opening, like what I'm doing right now. I'm opening the event. And then the next one we'll have the info session. Quick info about our institution. Sorry. And then followed by the main presentation, more or less about 20 minutes. Yeah. And then it will be followed by the focus group discussion. In this agenda, you are going to have a conversation or discussion with your with your participants, with the other members in the focus group discussion, and then you will be accompanied by facilitator each group. Yeah, so you are encouraged to speak up. Yeah, in this agenda. And then after you discuss the material or the questions given by the presenter, you are going to have a group presentation. Okay. So let me repeat that. So after you have your group discussion, then you will have a group presentation. It means that one of you for each group will be invited to share the result of the discussion. After that, you will have a Q&A with our presenter, yeah, for about, let's say, 15 minutes. And then feedback form filling, it's important for us. Yeah. And then to speak what we learned in this event, I will share it to you later. Also the voucher sharing, so there will be voucher in this event. So hope you are lucky today. And then the closing and photo session in the end of this event. That is the rundown today. Hope it all goes well. Now, the opening. I will officially open this event by showing you a video or an introduction video from our institution. So please enjoy.
Fluency, Center for International Language and Cultural Studies. Berdiri pada 22 Maret 2003 di Jalan Patimura, nomor 7, Kota Baru, Yogyakarta. Pada tahun 2008, Seleksi UI berpindah kantor di gedung UII Unit Demangan, Jalan Demangan Baru, nomor 24, Yogyakarta. SGAE, a great place to start your success.
Just be honest, I've been in my head. Reinforce my walls with all these hypotheticals. When it comes to you, no one really compares. But I'm scared and I'm nervous. I don't wanna get hurt anymore.
All right. Well, thank you. That's the introduction of our institution. So now the event is officially opened. Yeah. All right. Then the next agenda is the presentation, the main presentation. But before that, I'd like to introduce you the committees of this event. First one, I'd like to invite Ms. Henny as the initiator and the founder of this event. Ms. Henny, can you please say hi?
Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to our community.
Right, yeah, that is Ms. Henny. Okay, and then the next one, we have the media handler or the Zoom host today, Mr. Adit. Hello, Mr. Adit.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, that is Mr. Adit. And then we have the co-host, Ms. Dinar. Hello, Ms. Dinar.
Hi everyone.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Let's speak up.
Yeah. And then the facilitators. Yeah, the facilitators. We have Miss Amalia here. Hello, Miss Amalia.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Okay. See,
Good to see you, everyone.
this is the most exciting one. Right. Miss Rani. Hi, Miss Rani. Hello.
Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Mr. Wahyu. Hello.
Hello guys, welcome.
Miss Yuka, Mr. Yuka, my bad.
Sorry. Hi guys, it's so good to see you.
Isima, hello. Isima.
Hi everyone.
Okay, that is Miss Ima. And then last but not least is Mr. Dinsa. Hello, Mr. Dinsa.
Hi, good evening.
Okay. Well, those facilitators will accompany you in the breakout rooms later. Now, before we go to the main presentation, I'd like to talk about the topic today, which is developing fluency by imitation through mobile streamers app. Well, what is mobile streamers app? I once curious by myself, like, what is that? Yeah. Well, the material will be delivered by Mr. Adewira Sanjaya. He is a well-experienced teacher and educator, also the teacher of Access Micro Scholarship. Yeah. Also he also teaches in Tumbuh High School, Bantul, as a homeroom teacher. And he once became an assistant in Fulbright foreign language teachings at University of Michigan. So it's unquestionable, the competency. Yeah, right. So I mean, he is the right person to talk about fluency, because I believe that fluency is sometimes frustrating. I mean, to develop the fluency, I myself struggle with that. So it does take a long, hard road. But now, in this beautiful occasion, Mr. Ade will give you kind of shortcut. Yeah, you can say that shortcut through mobile streamers app. Right. Well, he will be talking about 20 minutes. Yeah. So please listen attentively. And I proudly present to you Mr. Ade Wirasanjaya. Mr. Ade, the screen is yours.
Yes, thank you so much, Mas Cahyo and everybody. Let me screen share first. Wait a second. Okay, I think it's this one here. Wait a second. Wait. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I think it's time for me to begin. All right. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to this, I can say, saving session or Chillax Online Improvement Series. And first of all, I'd like to thank Chillax for the invitation. And it's truly an honor to me to be here because, like, if I recall, I think Chillax always like invite amazing speaker or practitioner, but I'm just regular teacher actually. And also, I would like to thank the participant for signing up today, both students. I think I see some familiar faces here, right? And also fellow teachers. Again, thank you for signing up and make time for this event. And I hope the topic that I'm going to present today give you some insights for your English language learning and teaching journey. All right, so before I begin, let me introduce myself. As what Mr. Cahyo has told you, my name is Ade Widasanjaya, and I am one of the teachers for RELO Access Micro Scholarship Program in Yogyakarta. So RELO stands for Regional English Language Office by the USMC Jakarta. So it's a great opportunity. I mean, like, it's a great honor for us to be in partnership with Chillax this for the next 2 years. So we can have our program here in Chillax. Right. So I think enough for the introduction. Now let me begin with the goal and challenges in language learning. Right. As an English language learner, our goal must be no other than to be able to communicate with other people who also speak the language. Right? Right? Yes. However, sometimes we find that, it's hard to express ourselves confidently, either because of the lack of vocabulary or probably unclear pronunciation because we mumble a lot, or probably because the fear of grammatical mistakes. And the urge to be like a native speaker has become our priority. Like what Mr. Cahyo mentioned earlier, like it's a hard process, but we really want to get there, right? Right. But how can this be achieved when we are not exposed to, wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, because like I think like my connection is a bit unstable. Okay, so but how can this be achieved when we are not exposed to English frequently? Or when we are not in a die-hard English speaking community, right? Or when we do not have any like native speaker as a partner to practice our English. So I hope today's topic will help you figure out a way to become fluent in speaking. All right. But before we begin, I would like to introduce some terms that I will use in my presentation today and also might be useful in our group discussion. The first one is fluency, and then fluent, and then imitation, and imitate, and then mobile streamer app, or later you can just say it's short like MSA, it's okay. And then user interface, and then silent reading, and also repetition. Okay, those terms will appear in my presentation today, and you can use them as well in our focus group discussion. Right, so let's begin with what is fluency. So before this presentation today, I read some journals and articles, and I found two definitions of fluency that I think fits to our topic today. So I found one from Luoma. Luoma says that fluency is about the flow, the smoothness, the rate of speech, the length of utterances, the connectedness of ideas, the absence of excessive pausing, and also the absence of disturbing hesitation makers. While Richards described speaking fluency as the features which give the speech the qualities of being natural and normal, and including native-like use. Remember, native-like use of pausing, rhythm, intonation, stress, rate of speaking, and the use of interjections and interruptions. Well, it looks like a long definition of fluency, but let's narrow it down, and I think we can like make a small conclusion about the components of fluency. From this, what do you think? What do you think the components of fluency? I think you can type on the chat box. What do you think the components of fluency? What makes up fluency from these two definitions? You can type it on the chat box. Anybody? Smoothness. Thank you, Anes. More answer, please. Okay, I think everybody's still too shy. All right, so I think we can make a conclusion from this that the components of fluency, confidence, yes, right, being natural and normal, being understandable and can be understood, exactly, right. So those, I think those are correct. Speak directly without mistake. Okay, thank you, Saiful Amri. He's one of my students in Access Micro Scholarship Program. Ipul, I call him Ipul. So the components, I think we can make a conclusion just to make it easy. The components of fluency include pronunciation, intonation, vocabulary, stress, pausing, and flow. Well, you may add more, but let's focus on this 6 components. All right, but then another question arose. What is that? The question is this: does being fluent means speaking fast? Drop your answer. Drop your answer, yes or no. Do you agree with this? Does being fluent means speaking fast? No, 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 no. Yes. No, 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 no. All right. No, no. All right. So, okay. Does being fluent mean speaking fast? Well, actually, it's back again to you. But as in my opinion, I think like some native speakers do not speak fast. So I think you don't have to speak fast to be called fluent, right? All right. So now let's continue with the definition of imitation or mimic someone's accent. Right. Wait, let me close the chat box first. Imitation or mimic someone's accent. Why and what is it? So my question first is, have you ever pretended to be a news anchor or radio announcer when you were younger? Or probably not younger, but recently, have you ever pretended to be a news anchor or a radio announcer? Yes, selamat malam pemirsa. You do that in bahasa Indonesia sometimes, right? Selamat malam pemirsa. Selamat malam pendengar setia. Berjumpa lagi dengan Ade, something like that, right? What did you do there? What did you do there? You try to imitate the person. You try to imitate the speaker. You try to change the way you speak, right? Right, exactly. So the imitation, the goal of imitation or imitating is to be a native-like or to be like the original, like what you did. For example, when you pretended to be a news anchor, you tried to sound like a news anchor. You try to sound like a radio announcer, right? And why imitation is important in English language learning? Well, actually, it's a debate whether it's a great strategy or a technique to learn a language. But let's take a look at some of the facts here. That babies and young children, they learn a language by imitation. You should not be surprised if you have a friend who is a Chinese descendant but they speak Indonesian, or if you have a friend who is from East Indonesia, born or raised in Java, and they speak like perfect Japanese with perfect Japanese accent, right? Or probably if you are a follower of Londo Kampung. Do you guys know Londo Kampung? Do you know him? Yeah. Right? He's very famous, right? Londo Kampung. He's Australian. His parents are Australians, but he speaks amazing Japanese. Amazing Japanese. Right. And why imitation again? Because like practicing in imitation gives you a chance to perform in English. Right. Of course, when you imitate, for example, you listen from YouTube and then you try to imitate the way the YouTubers speak, it gives you a chance to perform in the target language. And also remember that imitation helps with comprehension and vocabulary growth. The comprehension here means that we learn the language structure by listening, and then by listening, we also learn the language structure. Our brain tries to like analyze the language, the language structure. And of course, also for individual words, like the sound and meaning, right? It helps us understand what the speaker says. For example, for the word present and present, they have exactly the same spelling, but they are pronounced differently, right? So yes, it helps with comprehension. When you practice imitation, it helps you understand the native speaker when they are speaking. And then for the vocabulary growth, of course, imitation helps expand your vocabulary and especially practice articulation for clearer pronunciation. Okay, you might be wondering, wait, but I am not young children anymore. I'm not a young child anymore. How do you think it helps? Yes, it helps. I think it helps. Or if you think that you are not sure about it, I have a catchphrase that probably you will like it, that you probably be like, that is, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. So like when you imitate something, try to imitate. Probably you sound weird at first, but when you keep doing it, when you keep practicing it, you will get there. You will have a better pronunciation. You will have a better fluency. Right, now let's continue with the definition of mobile streamer apps. What about mobile streamer apps? Because like you saw this terms in the title, right? Right, so according to Verizon, it's www, it's like missing W. So according to Verizon, mobile streamer app is a software or an application that delivers any media content, either live or recorded, to computers and mobile devices like your smartphones or tablet via the internet and is played back in real time. Some of the examples are YouTube, Spotify, Netflix, Disney+, HBO, and etc. But what we are going to focus today on is the educational mobile streamer apps. And these are some of the examples. I think the committee has just like give you advice or suggestion to download 2 apps, right? If you have done that, that's cool. But if not, that's okay. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the examples or some of the mobile streamer apps that you can find on Google Play Store. Like, for example, BBC Learning English, British Council, English VOA Learning English Player, and VOA Learning English. Right, there are abundant of choices on Google Play Store. You can just choose whichever you like. But for today, we are going to take a look at two apps that I like the most. They are BBC Learning English, this first one, the green one here on the left, and VOA Learning English, the blue one. All right, so now let's take a look at this one. Let's have a quick look. Wait a second. Right, so this first one is BBC Learning English. If you check on the app and if you open it, this is the UI. This is the user interface that will first greet you. That will greet you when you open the BBC Learning English. And if you take a look there are some categories like daily lesson, everyday English, business English, and what else? Learn with the news, and many more. If you check it yourself, if you check them yourself. And then if you check on the programs, you can choose there. From 6-Minute English, there are 25 episodes and so on and so on. Now let's check one of the program that is 6-Minute English. Let's take a look. And then let's choose one. Okay, let's choose one. I think Future Without Doctors. Right, what's interesting from BBC Learning English is that this app is prepared for English learning. It has a lesson here. If you take a look here, lesson introduction, right? And also transcript. Wait, I think I forgot to share sound. I think I need to close this first a moment. I forgot, I'm sorry. Okay, right, it's all good. I'm back. So let's take a look. This part is the lesson, and then you see there this week's question. So actually, it helps you learn English as well, not only speaking fluency. Now let's take a look at the transcript. There, this is the transcript that you are going to hear. Right now, let's check it out.
Hi, Neil from
Can you hear
BBC
it?
Learning English here.
Yes, you can hear it, right? So the first part is just an advertisement, so you don't need to listen to it, but later you can find the nail after this.
Did you know that we are now offering a new weekly extra episode of 6-Minute English exclusively on our website? So go to bbclearningenglish.com to find your favourite presenters on your favourite programme. The extra episodes are only available on our website, bbclearningenglish.com. See you there.
Okay, and it begins after the music.
6-Minute English
from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, this is 6-Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Sam.
Are you feeling well, Sam? No headache or sore throat?
No, I feel fine, thanks, Neil. Why do you ask?
Well, I've been reading some inspirational stories about the doctors and nurses fighting COVID. When I was a boy, I always dreamed of becoming a doctor.
Okay, let's stop there. And now let's take a look at some of the... Okay, actually, what's interesting from BBC Learning English is that it allows you to download the audio file, but not to your phone, but still on the app, so you can listen to it while you are offline. All right, so now let's take a look with... Okay, so if you check on the e-learning, if you tap on the My Learning, you can see some of the options there. The downloads means the material that you have downloaded and ready to listen when you are offline, and also the history. Right, okay. Right, so now let's continue with the VOA Learning English. Who is interested to know about American English? So if you're interested with American English, so you can try VOA Learning English. So let's check it out. All right, oh, it takes quite a while. Oh, an app. Well, okay. So this is the UI, or the user interface of VOA Learning English. As you can see there, you can take a look the 4 options down there: audios, videos, programs, and playlist. Now let's take a look at the videos. These are all like YouTube videos and stuff. And for the programs, it has a lot of choices. You ask history, and then, for example, everyday grammar, arts and culture. Now let's take a look at one, arts and culture, and let's open one of the material there. Let's open. Okay, it takes a while. I'm sorry, it's internet thing. All right, okay. Now, when you open this is the page where you can find the text. Okay, and what's interesting from VOA Learning English is that you can change the theme. For example, the color become black, white, or sepia. Wait, what? I think it's too early. Right. Okay, now let's take a look at let's practice it a little bit. Okay, let's practice it. Let's listen to it.
The legal age to drive a car in the United States is 16. Getting a driver's license on the day you turn 16 has long been a major life event for many young people in America.
If you notice, I changed the speed. If you see on the right bottom, that's the speed.
Driving among today's teenagers has dropped sharply over the past 35 years.
Right, yes. Okay, right. So this is VOA Learning English, and this is the video. When you choose the video, you will not find text or transcript. So yeah, I mean, it's like your choice. Now, let's talk about this. How do we develop fluency using an MSA? Right, but this is the part that you have been waiting for, right? So first, let's take a look at the plus point first. The plus points, you have like quickly look at the 2 apps, right? The plus point is authentic. It's a real speaker, right? Recorded, and it's not text to speech. Text to speech is like Google Voice. It's not Google Voice. It's authentic material, and it has transcripts, and these transcripts will help you learn your fluency. And another plus point is because it's installed on your phone, on your smartphone, so you can carry it around, and you can listen to any of the material when you feel bored. Probably you are in a trip, in a train, in a plane, just listen to it. And then let's learn some of the steps. Okay, first of all, you have to decide which English styles do you want to use or do you want to learn. Do you want to use American English or British English? Because it's important. Because American and British English, they have different, sometimes they have different pronunciation. They have different vocabulary. Like, for example, like truck in the American English, but lorry in British English. And then apartment in American English and flat in British English. So make sure when you learn English, you have one, I can say like Mecca. What is your Mecca? Is it American or British English? Right. And then after you decide, download and then try to do silent reading while listening. You see the transcript, right? Do silent reading and then listening. You can also adjust the speed if you think, oh, it's too slow. I want to like adjust the speed. I want to make it fast. All right. And then remember, when silent reading, you do not just only silent read, but you try to imitate that. When you do silent reading, you try to imitate that. And my advice next is do not finish the whole text, but pause it whenever you think it's too long. Pause, read aloud, repeat. Again, play, pause, read aloud, repeat. Play, pause, read aloud, repeat. Try to imitate the speaker in the material, right? And of course, you need to do some repetition on some vocabularies that you think is hard to pronounce. For example, like the word apartment. Is it apartment? Apartment is apartment. For example, like embarrassed, embarrassed, for example, something like that. All right. So how much time do I have, Mas Cahyo?
Let's say around 5 minutes.
Okay. So because like actually this is all what I can share. So yes, remember the steps. First, you have to decide which English accent or style do you want to learn, right? And then again, try to read, not try, but read while you listen. Okay, read while you listen. Again, pause, read aloud. I mean, like read aloud means imitate. Try to imitate. You have to be able to analyze or like to evaluate yourself. Like, I think this is not right. I think this doesn't sound right. Evaluate, always evaluate, and then repeat, and then remember, especially like the repetition on some vocabularies. Okay, and I think that's all from me. And I hope this short presentation give you a clearer idea of how we can utilize an MSA to improve our English skills, especially speaking fluency. And I think we also need to keep in mind that fluency doesn't happen overnight. Remember, it doesn't happen overnight. And these apps might not necessarily boost your fluency at once, overnight, no. But if we are loyal to the process to improve our pronunciation, vocabulary, intonation, because like when you imitate the speaker, you will like most likely to imitate the intonation as well, right? And also other components to make up your fluency. So we will eventually get there. Okay. Thank you. That's all from me. Wait, how many minutes is that? Is that more than 20 minutes?
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mas.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ade. Yeah, thank you. Give a big applause, maybe. Okay. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's insightful. He just gave us the shortcuts of using MSA. Yeah. So I hope you guys can practice later in the breakout rooms. Yeah. Wait, I think. Right. My bad. Wait. Okay. My bad. As Mr. Ade said earlier, we will get there eventually. Right. So let's see how we use those apps, yeah, in the breakout rooms. Before we go to the breakout rooms, I will again introduce you to the facilitators, yeah, so that you are going into the correct room or the right room. Yeah, the first one, Mr. Fahrul Razi. This facilitator I forgot to mention earlier. So, hello, Mr. Fahrul, welcome.
Hello, Mr. Cahyo. Yeah, hello everyone. See.
Yeah, Mr. Fahrul is from Group
3.
Group 3, yeah, Mr. Fahrul from Group 3. And then Mr. Wahyu, how about you, Mr.?
I am in room 4.
Room 4 with Mr. Wahyu. And then Miss Amalia, what is your group?
With me in room 1.
Room 1 with Miss Amalia, yeah. And then the next one, Miss Ima. Hello, Miss Ima.
Okay, I'm in room 5.
Room 5 with Miss Ima, yeah, room 5. And then Mr. Dinsa, how about you?
Will be in room 7.
Okay, room 7 with Mr. Dinsa. And then last, I think, Miss Yuka. Mr. I did that in purpose. Mr. Yuka, hello, Mr. Yuka. What room are you in?
Okay, I'm Matt. I'm gonna be in room 6, so I'll see you there.
Okay, I think it's Miss Rani. Okay, Miss Rani, hello, Miss Rani.
Hi, I'm in room 2.
Okay, room 2. Right then, off you go, guys. You can get into your breakout rooms. Yeah, please join the breakout rooms. Yeah, I think you
I'll
are.
be here, right? I'll be here, right?
Yeah.
Or do I just breakout room?
Don't go anywhere. You are stuck with me. Yeah, you are stuck with me.
Okay.
Poor you, Mas Ade. You're stuck with
Oh my God.
Kakak
Are you
Cahyo.
going to
Oh my
stay?
God.
Yeah.
I think I'm
What?
I think I'm staying, but sometimes maybe I'm going to walk around the rooms.
Sure.
Sometimes. So don't miss me if I disappear.
Oh, I will.
Well, the thing about Miss Henny is that she's really good at coasting. So
Oh,
you can't really expect anything
there
from
he
her.
has the experience being ghosted by me.
Okay.
Oh God.
Are the breakout rooms already? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to the
They are
breakout
going
rooms.
in. They are
Okay,
going in.
everybody, just make sure you don't go to the wrong room. Check again your room in the WhatsApp group and just go there.
Right. Okay. By the way, for the YouTube viewers, you are welcome to say hi or ask questions to our beloved presenter today, Mr. Ade. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, he's the expert of developing fluency, guys. If you have any questions related to fluency or maybe using a mobile streamers app, or just you can just share your opinion about those apps. Yeah. Here I got one person saying hi, Miss Javian Sofiana. Hello, Mr. Ade, she said. And
Yes, hi. Who is this? I'm wondering. Javian Sofiana. Okay, hi.
just a common viewer. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for saying hi, Javian Sofiana. Thank you for saying hi.
Okay. Okay. While waiting for them to ask questions, I will ask my personal question. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ask my personal questions.
Nervous now.
Well, actually, I was really excited. I mean, about the topic today. I mean, I told you myself I was struggling, maybe still am, with my fluency. So it's really helpful. I think I honestly haven't tried the apps. Okay, maybe.
Not committed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. You're busy, I know. It's okay.
But I'm curious, Mr. Ade. So, other than speaking, what skills can we improve from doing the activity from MSA? Like maybe other skills, like what do you think?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mas. If you still remember from the quick look, right? You see that there is a transcript. I mean, there's a transcript. Of course, you can improve your first reading as well, right? It can improve your reading skills and listening skills, because you know what it's based on my own experience actually. Like sometimes when I feel like because like sometimes I repeat the same material several times, then I started to like recognize or understand listening materials more easily. So yeah, I mean, first, of course, it will improve our listening skill, because like in real life conversation, we do not have the script, we don't have the transcript, we don't have the subtitle, right? So willing or not, we have to be able to understand our partner. And when we do this, when we practice using MSA, we will get ourselves used to listening to English native speaker. Like what I said earlier, that sometimes we don't have a partner to speak with, right? So this MSA is like a good app for independent study, Mas. So yeah, first is listening, and then of course, and then realize it or not, our grammatical skill, our grammar skill will also improve, because like when we finally have, like, we listen again and then read, realize it or not, our ability in understanding English grammar or English sentence structure improves. Have you ever experienced this? Have you ever had this experience, Mas? When suddenly, out of nowhere, you speak you speak like a sentence that you probably never thought that you never thought you would say that. Like when you finally like say that word sentence, and like you realize like, oh my god, what did I say? That was so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
right.
yeah, like movies and then, oh,
Okay, sorry, Masayo. I think I lost you. Hello, Masayo.
well, yeah, actually, sometimes I did that. I mean, I said some things and then I was curious, like, where did I get that from? Like, what did I mean by that? Why did I say that sometimes? Like, usually from movies and songs. Yeah. I'm not a fan of reading, so yeah, usually from movies and songs.
Exactly, Mas. So when you finally are able to construct a sentence without you really realize it, it means your sense of English is growing.
Okay.
Your sense of English is improving, and you are getting closer to the destination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
Thank
yeah,
you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. The reading especially, it's actually one of the hardest parts. Yeah. So yeah, it's happy. I mean, I'm happy that I finally learned the mobile streamer side. I will definitely download the apps later to practice it myself.
Yeah, yes, and also Masayo, let's not forget vocabulary. Although I have mentioned that earlier in our presentation, but I need to highlight that when you do this, when you listen to the MSA, and then you will find like some words that you have never learned before, or probably your teacher or your lecturer didn't tell you, right? Like you become like curious. What is this word? What does this mean? And then you try to Google it. You try to find the definition of that word. And then when you learn a language and then you find it yourself, you will like understand it. I mean, like it will stay in your memory longer than when your teacher tell you like, okay, the meaning of this word is this, the meaning of this word is that, right? When you find it yourself, it will be like stored in your memory longer. Yes.
Okay, so it will stuck in our long-term memory.
Exactly right. That's true.
All right. Well, there's just one. I still have several questions, but before that, I like to say hi to Mr. Rifki Praditya here. He said, "Hi, Mr. Ade. It was so awesome." He said.
Thank you, Mas Rifki. Yeah, he's my friend. He's my friend. Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Oh, by the way, before I go to my next question, Miss Henny, while you are still here and not ghosting us yet, so do you have any question to ask?
Hi, Miss Henny. Do you have any question, Miss Henny?
Oh my God. Summoning me will give you more ghosts from me.
Well, before I said you are the one who got away, before I said that, so please ask your question.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. I just have one question. Then I'll just ghost you. Okay. Well, okay. Mas Ade, when dealing with fluency, especially for us as a teacher, it's like a kind of burden for us to be like being more fluent. You have to be more fluent than your students. You have to be like better than your students. You have to be better at speaking than your students. So how about that? Because what I believe is that it's good as a teacher if you have students who are better than you, right? That's something nice, something good. So what do you think? When our fluency is not as good as our students, then how is it? That's my question.
Thank you.
Perhaps
actually, that's a hard question, Penny.
always give difficult questions.
Oh yeah.
But I need the answer.
Yes. Okay. So I understand how it feels when, as a teacher, we have a student or some students who sound better than us. Right? It's discouraging, right? Like, oh my God, he speaks so well. Oh my God, he speaks so fluently, right? Like, but that happened to me as well, Miss Henny. It happened to me as well. Like sometimes I feel like I teach at Tumbu High School and in an international program. Some of the students they speak very fluently because like they're well, I think they use English at home, right? So how do I deal with that? I mean, I think I will be okay with that, Penny, because like to be able to speak fluency is not a race, right? It's not a race. It's not like a competition. It's not a competition who is better at fluency. No, but what I want to what I want to say here is that we here as a teacher, we are not trying to compete who has a better speaking fluency. No, but here as a teacher, we help them. I believe there are many other what's that factors in their English that we can still help them. It doesn't mean that they are more fluent than us, but they understand text better than us. Right? Because as a teacher, we not only teach speaking, we do not only teach fluency. We teach a lot of things. Like we teach them holistically. Like we want them to become a holistic language learner, right? So although I sometimes feel that as well, where oh my God, I'm not confident. But let's look back at us. I mean, like just reflect and just believe that there are things that are also good in us that actually we can use to help our students, because no matter how good they are still our students. I mean, like it doesn't mean that we are always better or we have to be better than them. No, but we can still help them in some other parts in the language learning process.
Okay. Yeah, that helps a lot. That's good answer. But sometimes I feel unconfident with my own fluency. Right. Well, that's quite out of topic actually. So, Mas Jaya, can I have one more question, please?
No, that's it.
Okay, bye-bye.
I was kidding. Come on.
Now, I'm trying to go by the topic now. So, right, these mobile apps, there are a lot that we can choose on the Play Store, right? So, which one, or how do I decide which application is suitable for me if I want to develop my fluency?
Right.
So what kind of things that I should consider?
Exactly. All right. That's a good question, Pooh. First, again, I have to say you have to first decide which style of English do you want to learn, American or British first. That will narrow down the options, Pooh. They will when you decide which English you want to learn more, then you will have like fewer number of options, right? And then
hang on, I want to learn Australian English, but it's not there in the Play Store.
Okay. I will talk about it later. I will answer the question after I answer your
or
question.
Indonesian English. I didn't find any Indonesian English there.
Exactly. So after you decide which English styles you would like to learn, then just open it. Just open the app and then see if the UI, if the user interface is friendly to you. If you think that is too complicated, then just uninstall it. And then if you think that the features there, consider about the features as well. Like for example, can you download the audio so you can listen to the audio when you are offline? And then probably like earlier in BBC Learning English, it also has like a vocabulary highlight or the lesson for today, for example, like that. So that can become your consideration when you choose an app. So again, it's back to your preference. Whichever you are comfortable with, then use it.
Right. Okay. Because
oh
what
yeah,
happened
and
to me?
about,
Yeah. Yes.
and about the Australian app. It's interesting.
Is there any really?
Yeah. Actually, I'm really sorry if I only mention like American or British English, because it doesn't mean that I say Australian English is not good. No. But it's because I cannot find an app that is as great as BBC Learning English and POA Learning English. There is one book I tried, but I uninstalled it again. The name is Aussie English. However, it doesn't comes with transcript, so it's only audio, and it's hard. I mean, like I can use that, but only for listening. But my focus is to practice fluency, to practice my pronunciation, right? While reading the transcript and then listening, it helps me check, evaluate how I pronounce these words so far. Did I pronounce it correctly or not? But when it's only an audio, it's very hard, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that helps a lot. Thank you, Mas Ade.
Sama-sama, Bu. You're welcome.
I get a lot of apps in my cell phone, but like I haven't got the time to sort that. Like whenever I get a suggestion from somebody, like you suggest me to download BBC Learning English. Okay, I download it, but then I check it after download it. Usually I check it, but then I kind of have a problem with commitment to keep using it as a habit, like checking it like every day or once a week or yeah. So as a result, I've got like a bunch of applications on my cell phone, but like I don't have any routine of checking each of them or use each of them.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, because like there are so many like learning apps, right? That looks well, not looks, but that actually are helpful. But sometimes we just, because that's the downside, I can say. That's the downside, or the what's that? What is the synonym?
Drawbacks?
The drawbacks, exactly, of mobile streamer apps, or like any apps, because it's installed in our phone. So we sometimes tend to ignore it when they are already installed, right? I mean, like, oh, it's there, I will check it later. It's there, okay, I have it already, but I will check it later. Like for me, I have so many dictionary apps. I have so many dictionary apps, like English dictionary, Indonesian English dictionary, thesaurus dictionary. But I will always go back to Google Dictionary.
Exactly.
It's simpler. I mean, like, yeah. So sort of, something like that. And also another drawback, or another what did you say, Mr. Sayo, earlier? I forgot.
I said drawback.
Oh, it's a drawback. Oh my god. Another drawback is because it's online. It's an online app, so of course it drains your internet data, right? You use a lot of internet data for that. However, if you have a Wi-Fi, it's okay. Or that's why I really suggest you download the app that allows you to save the audio, so you can listen to the material while you are offline. That's an option. That's another thing to consider.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Business.
Sure.
Asayo. I think I'll just go to the
Thank you, Miss Annie. Your time
breakout
is up.
rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Please
about
go.
my time. Okay. Yeah, have fun. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you're with me again. By the way, I'm
Okay.
going to read the comment from the YouTube, Mister. So
Sure.
Mr. Rifki Pratitya actually commented again. So he said, yes, I agree that imitation is one of the options to learn how we can develop our fluency in English. But how can we face our local dialect? I mean, how can we tackle? Some people, I believe, are not comfortable with their dialects. Like me, I have a very thick Japanese accent. So how can we, tackle that?
Yeah. Me too. Actually, I also have this Indonesian accent. I don't. Although I prefer American English more, but like I still have that Indonesian accent or Japanese accent with me. My answer to this is, if you really want to improve your pronunciation, just keep practicing. Try to imitate. It's okay to sound weird at the first time. Like, like I still remember like Cinta Laura, people always say that, oh Jack, ada oh Jack, bad Jack, right? People do that all the time, but that's the right way. I mean, like because like she speaks English, that's why she cannot pronounce Indonesian correctly. But that's how. I mean, like you should do that. You should just keep practicing, and then like what I told you earlier in my presentation, evaluate. Did I pronounce correctly? Actually, like if you are not sure with the pronunciation, you can check on like Google Dictionary. There is a feature to play the audio or the pronunciation of the word, right? So you can use that. For example, like let's say for the word service, is it pronounced service? Just click it, service, right? R, is it R or are you? Right? American will say are you? But like in British English we say are you, right? So some sort of things. But yes, this is what I need to underline. Don't be ashamed with your Indonesian accent. Don't be ashamed of your Indonesian accent, because this is your identity, right? Your Indonesian accent is your identity. I mean, just be proud of it. It means that you speak more than one language. You speak other language. You speak another language other than English. So if you are not confident with your English because of your accent, it's okay. Like Singaporeans, they have their Singapore accent and they're proud of it, right? And they're proud of it. So it's okay. It's embrace that accent as the part of your identity. But again, I mean, like as you are learning the language, try to fix your pronunciation. You don't have to be like a native speaker, because you are not, right? Because you live in Indonesia, most people speak Bahasa Indonesia, but if you keep practicing, imitating, you will at least improve your pronunciation. That's Mas Rifki. I hope that helps. I hope it answers the question.
I think it does.
Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. I mean, sometimes it's not only Indonesian. Sorry, it's not only Indonesian. Sometimes other non-English speakers, they are also not confident because they have a strong accent. It's okay. You might have heard that like some people like Italian English accent because it sounds sexy, right? Or
Spanish,
English accent, right? So just be proud of it, right? Some like, Russian English accent, it sounds strong. So yeah, just be okay with that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's an identity. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird when I think I see an Indonesian sometime. I have to. An Indonesian speaks, let's say, fluent British. I mean, with the accent. I think it's weird in a way. Like it's like when when you're seeing someone in an occasion with the wrong dress code. Like let's say you're in a wedding ceremony and then you're wearing like swimsuit or anything like that's what I have in my mind. Like if yeah yeah. But actually, this is my last question. I think my personal question. I got this a lot from my students. They say that I mix the accents, both British and American sometimes, because I like to use, for instance, like this. I like to differentiate between can and can't, so I use British accent, like can and can't, so that my students understand me better. So, what do you think about that? Is it okay to mix the accent, or do I really have to, stick to one only accent? What do you think?
Okay, this is an interesting question, Was. Because I think we have to understand this. We are an English learner, right? We are an English learner, and we learn English from many sources. We learn English from many sources, and we tend to use whichever is easier for us, as long as we can get our point across or deliver our ideas. So if you think that you are still using, I mean, like if your students make comment, your student makes comment like, oh my, Mr. Sahyo, you speak like you mix the accent. You can tell them that, well, it's a part of learning, right? Me too. When I was back then, like years ago, I also used count instead of can't, because like it's very hard to differentiate. It's hard to tell. Well, I can't swim, but he can or he cannot, right? It's hard, right? So it's okay. I mean, like at first for me it's okay, but like if you can try to slowly like not change that, but like try to like switch that to one of the to one of the English style that you want to learn, because it will also help our student, Mas Cahyo, as a teacher. For example, our consistency in spelling as well. For example, the word color. How do you usually write color, with you or no, right? If I commit to use like, if I'm committed to use like American English, so I should never use you in the word color. Program with ME or just program, I will use program without ME, because I'm committed to American English. Because it will help my student as well as they learn the language. I think that's what I believe. But when we are still like mixed, I think it's okay as long as we help students, but make sure we know that, okay, this is actually British, this is American. But another point of view, Mas Cahyo, another point of view, actually when we mixed accent, or when we mix style, for example, actually that also kind of create our own like style, right? Right? Actually, I think we can do that. Why can't we, right? So yeah, so I mean, like if you're confident with that, you say it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Right. Actually, my questions earlier have been answered by you. I mean, I wanted to ask whether is there any Australian English accent? I am not exposed at all to Australian. Well, first, I don't have many idols, Australian idols, so I don't watch them. And then, yeah. But I think you have answered that there is one, but it's not suitable. Can I say that? It's not compatible.
To me, it's not helping me to improve my fluency. But if I want to practice listening, it's great. It's great because of course it's like the speaker is Native American and Native Australian, a very strong Australian accent. But yes, it only has like the audio only. Oh wait, but like the other day, I think it's a few days ago, I got an email from Aussie English, and then I think it has transcript, but we have to download it. using in a website or something like that. So it's not practical. I can say it's not practical.
I see. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh yeah, by the way, you also mentioned the offline based app. Do you have the list, let's say, like the offline app that you can use without the connection, or?
Oh yeah, so actually like the BBC Learning English, Mas, that I show you, I think that you can download that, right? You can download it. I think you forgot. It's okay, no problem, Masayo. It's
I feel bad.
Right. So actually, yes, you can download it from the Google, the BBC Learning English, or I mean, like if you have time to check on some of the apps there, just find the app that allows you to download the audio, so it can be like played offline. If I think like the VOA that I showed you earlier, it doesn't allow us to download because well, yes, actually it allows us to download, but it's a premium access. But there are some other VOA Learning English app that also allows us to download the audio.
Okay. Thank you. And then I think you mentioned about being an anchor and radio announcer. So actually, I was really excited about that. I've never done that, to be honest, in my life. So, and then yeah, but then I am actually interested in that. I mean, I want to do that, but then how can I start? Or maybe do you have any preferences? Also, have you ever done it to your students? Because that's the goal actually. I wanted to introduce that to my students so that my students can practice autonomously without me. Like, we are doing the online learning, so it's difficult. But then, like, what are your suggestions if I want to apply that to myself and my students, let's say?
Yeah, I have to say that radio and being a radio announcer and being a news anchor is another skill, right? It's another skill that needs a lot of practice. It's not a skill that everybody can do, right? They are professionals. But what I have ever done with my students to improve their speaking is like this, Mas. So I gave them a short text. I gave them a short text in English, of course, and then I asked them to record themselves while they are reading the text.
Okay.
And then I asked them to read the text as if or pretending they are a like Nat Geo presenter, Nat Geo voiceover.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I did that. And then I asked them to record their voice, right? And then play it back. Can now listen to your own voice. Do you like it? What do you think you need to improve? Okay, so it helps them. At first, they might sound, oh my God, my voice is so horrible. Oh my God, my pronunciation is not correct. I don't know how to pronounce this. Those kind of things. But yes, it helps, Mas. It helps because if we are not able to provide, if we are not able to provide not a model, a model, I can say. If we are not able to provide a model or an example, I think they can also like what I said, like they can record themselves pretending they are a Nat Geo voiceover.
Okay. Right. Thank you. I will definitely do that. Yeah, to me and to my students. I think it's interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. By the way, Mr. Rifki here say yes. Danke, Mr. Ade. This was this style. Yeah.
Yeah. Top style.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, for the 600 viewers, yeah, you are welcome to ask questions. Yeah.
600. You're so hilarious, Ayo. Well, Mas Ayo, you mentioned earlier that you haven't tried any of the apps, right?
Yeah.
But I hope you were following my presentation. Like from those apps, BBC Learning English and VOA, which one would you likely to try?
I think I'd like to try the second one because it has the highlight, right? It has the highlight, yeah. So I told you before, I'm a slow reader. You know what? I get anxious when I'm watching movies sometimes. Like in the beginning of the movie, sometimes like once upon a time, blah blah blah. Wow, it is going to gone soon. Is it going to, you know? I'm an anxious reader. I can say that. So I'm definitely choosing the second one because it has highlight in it. So yeah, that's the main reason. But I'm curious to try both of them.
Yes. It's a simple feature, but it's really helpful. You know, sometimes as a language learner, when we do not really like, we are in the stage of early learner. When we listen to an audio and then we have the script, the transcript, and then when we are lost, we become like demotivated. Like, oh my god, no, I don't.
Yeah.
But the highlighted text is really helpful for me as well. So it helps us. It's to reduce anxiety. It's to reduce our. I forgot the term for that much, but like yeah, it reduces our anxiety when we are using the application. So we are not afraid to get lost. Like we can always like look back. Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. By the way, Mas Aditya Hernawan here says Mas Ade, and then like this.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Mas Adit. I think he is the one that Mas Denza in the previous session, in the previous series mentioned.
Okay.
Hi, Mas Adit. Okay. What time is it now? Oh my god! I think everybody is having a great time in.
Yeah, they do. They do. We still have until 8:25. Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay,
8:25.
so
yeah.
If you are watching it on YouTube, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Try the apps. Okay, now we have 900 viewers. Okay. Welcome. Hi.
Okay. Yes, try the apps.
Yeah, try the apps. Yeah. Well, actually, to be honest, I use the app, not those apps, but I use an app called Google Assistant. I talk to Google Assistant sometimes. So when I'm lonely and desperate and need someone to talk to.
Oh my goodness. you can always like chat with me. Don't be lonely.
Yeah. Well, actually, funny question, not funny question, funny experience. I posted that like my conversation with Google Assistant, and then everyone was like, "Wow, why are you so lonely like that?" Actually, I wanted to show my students that you can practice with this. Like it's not difficult. It's fun. I mean, in your leisure time, you can do this. But then I got judged by people like, don't you have friends like that?
Oh my god, they're so horrible. They're bad.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's interesting, Masayo. I think I remember, although I didn't join the Zoom meeting with Mas Daniel, but I watched his session on YouTube. Oh, I'm a regular YouTube viewer for Chillax TV.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. You are among the 900, yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, I still remember that Mas Daniel also shared some of like apps, websites, or like technologies that we can use to practice speaking.
Yeah.
So it feels like we have a partner to speak, but it's actually an AI, an artificial intelligence. That's cool, right? You can use that.
Yeah. Especially when I'm down and then tell me a joke.
Sure,
That's my
yeah.
favorite. That's my favorite. Even though the jokes are never funny, but then I still enjoy,
Yes, exactly. Interesting.
the corniness of the jokes. I think it entertains me in a way.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, Mas, actually, I want to tell you a fact and the truth behind this topic. Actually, um, I really it reminds me to the moment when I learned English at university. Back then, when I was a university student, internet has existed, but it was not widely used like these days. And the
You're
internet was
really old, yeah.
well, 2000 something, right? Okay, so I remember in listening class, my lecturer gave us an exercise, listening activity from English podcasts. I think AISL podcast or something like that. And then I was so interested to it because I realized I realized that my English was so poor at the time, especially for listening. And then with her kindness, I asked her her to copy the MP3 files from her, and then she gave me the copies, and then she gave me the MP3 player, and then I went to the warnet, and then
wow, the struggle, wow.
I went to the warnet, and then I tried to Google the words, and then I tried to search for the whole transcript, and I found them. So the struggle was real. When I found the transcript, I copied and pasted the whole transcript to a Microsoft Word document, so that I could listen to the MP3 and then look at the transcript that I have saved earlier, and that helps a lot, Mas. That helps a lot. That's how I practice my pronunciation when I was in university, because back then I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have friends from other countries, from US. I mean, native speaker.
Okay.
Speaker one. Oh, don't get to right? Okay, so because I didn't have quite a lot of friends from the native speakers, so I did that. I did that to help me improve my pronunciation. I listened to the ESL podcast, and then I checked the transcript. I read along while listening. Then it helped. It really helped. Oh, it seems like everybody's here. Hi, I see Tari. Hi, Tari.
Yeah,
Hi, Tari.
everyone is coming back.
Yes,
Hi, sir.
Hi, Tari. It's good to see you, Tari.
Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi, Mr. Ade. Hi, Mr. Cahyo.
Hi. Okay, yes.
Right.
Oh. I see some family.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Welcome back. Since everyone is here, judging from your faces, seems like you had a good discussion, yeah? No focus group discussion. Okay. Well, now it's time to move to the next agenda, which is the group presentation. Right. I will invite all the facilitators to represent one of your members. Yeah. First from Mr. Fahrur again. Mr. Fahrur will always be the first one because I forgot the first one. Mr. Fahrur, who is going to represent your group?
Okay, my group will be represented by Mbak Untari.
Okay, that's the one.
Hi.
Kita ambisius Mbak Untari.
Tari, it's okay. Mbak Untari is my student in Access Microsoft Scholarship. With Rilo. Hi, Tari. It's good to see you again. Actually, we had a class earlier today.
It's good to see you again, Mr. Ade.
Okay, Tari.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Sure, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Here I'm from room 3 with Mr. Fahrur, and we were talking about the apps, the BBC, and also the VOC, and yeah, and in our discussion, all of us choose to BBC because it's so many reason from them, like it's so many they can learn all they can learn something new from the BBC, and they can learn to improve the English more in BBC. And we were talking about, and Mr. Fahrur, yes, learn by reading news. And Mr. Fahrur asked us about the apps too. What our plans with the apps? And for me, I will use the BBC one to be my agenda in every day to improve my English. Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
Well, me too. Me too. Everyone is nervous here, so you're not the one. Yeah. Thank you. Well, BBC is the chosen one. Okay. Next one. Yeah. Okay. Next one, I will welcome Miss Rani.
Yeah, from group 2, we have Miss Lely. So Miss Lely, please, time is yours.
Hi, Miss Lely. Where is Miss Lely?
Hello.
Hello,
Mr. Chahyo. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, hello. But actually, I have the notifications on my screen that my internet connection is unstable.
But we can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Chahyo. Very good evening, all facilitators, participants, and committee. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity tonight. And it's my honor to be the representative for Breakout Room 2, which led by Miss Rani tonight. Thank you, Miss Rani. And in the room 2, we discuss about the use of mobile app streamer to help out the learning English, especially in speaking skills. And in my room, we have Mr. Joyo, Miss Nurhuda, Miss Agni, and Miss Nida. And we have different background, but all of us agreed that learning English is very important. At the very first beginning of discussions, Miss Rani leading the discussion into the questions. What comes up on your mind when you hear the word of English? So everybody, yes, have the same answer, that English is the international language, and the use of English also like to have good communications, like international communication. And also some in our room also we have some students, university students, so they agree that English is very important to to look for the sources, like the material to understand the journal articles that written in English. And then the next we were discussing about the use of BBC and VOA to support our the process of understanding English, to learn English. And from the 5 participants in the room 2, only 1% choose the use of to use the BBC, and the rest of participants prefer to use VOA. But we agree that both BBC and VOA have the same functions to help the what's that the newbie the new learners of English that can support and also can help to learn English everywhere, anywhere, like Mr. Ade already presented in the beginning of this Speak Up class tonight. I think that's all. Thank you so much, Mr. Cahyo.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, VOA. Yeah. VOA one, BBC one. VOA is me. It's my choice. Yeah. So, okay. I got one supporter. All right. The next one, I shall welcome Mr. Dinsa. Hi, Mr. Dinsa.
Hey, Mr. Chaya. Well, actually, there was fantastic discussion in our group, Mr. Chaya, because Mbak Hilda and I were surrounded by great teachers who are Miss Luki Ayu and Miss Anes. So thank you very much for your sharing, actually. And I would like to invite Miss Hilda Ainun to represent our group. Screen is yours, Miss Hilda.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dinza. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, guys. Thank you for both of my teacher, because I'm the only one who are still students in the room. So thank you for the opportunity. So in our discussion in room 7 about the application that we prefer, based on the discussion, actually BBC got 3 votes. So both of my teachers and also Mrs. Denze choose that the BBC is the application that we could say it's better than VOA. So I'm the only one who chose VOA. But that's okay.
It's okay. I'm with you. It's okay. I'm with you.
Yeah. As Mrs. Ani say, maybe because we are exposed most with American, so that's why. But I think British is also, what can I say? It's cool actually if we use that accent. So I like that, but it's too difficult for me. So American accent is the accent that I choose for now. And then for the feature in the application that helps us or we like the most is the listening one. For Mrs. Anis and Mrs. Ayu, because they were a teacher, so they used the application for looking for materials for the classes, for their classes. And for me, I use the feature in application to improve my listening, also to upgrade my vocabulary. And the last one that we discussed is the other application that we use to improve our English. It's I think Mrs. Anis say that Netflix is the application that could help us besides the 2 application. Also, for me, it's Spotify and YouTube actually. I learn from that 2 application most frequently than BBC and or VOA. Yeah, I think that's all in our room discussion.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hilda.
Yeah, thank you. You did great. All right. Yeah. The next one, I will welcome the group, I think 3 or 4, from Mr. Wahyu.
Oh, yes, Mr. Cahyo. we are from room 4. Yes, we have decided the one who would like to represent our room. Okay, to present what we have discussed just now, and please welcome the one and only Miss Nuri. Please, Miss.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Wahyu. And a little bit disclaimer, I was chosen by accident because we only have 10 seconds to decide who's going to represent our group. Okay, and then my name is Nuri, and I'm from group 4. And then we have Dani, and also we have Jody. And then we have Miss Amelia, we have Miss Rizwanti, we have Miss Herianti, and myself, and then Mr. Wahyu as well. And we came from very different background. I think some of us are students, and then some of us also teachers, and then some of us also just workers, like office workers. Okay, and then regarding the apps, actually all of us honestly just download the apps like 3 hours before before this event. So but it is a great it's a great apps for all of us, but mostly we choose BBC because, like, I think because first the UI is very, very attractive, and then they provide us with a lot of learning sections. So we have like, what is it, like the daily English, right? And then we have the video, and then we have the transcript as well. So while we watch the videos, we can also like what is it, like see the transcription. So it helps us a lot to learn English. And then also we discover another MSA or another apps that might helpful for us to learn English, such as Spotify. And then because at Spotify we have the lyrics feature, right? So we can, like, kill two birds with one stone. So we can sing a song, and then we can also watch the lyrics as well, and it helps us. And then we can also watch some videos on YouTube, and we have some recommendation, like you can watch like some news, your news station or news channel. And then we can also watch TED Talk for the educational, and then like for a very fast learning English, and maybe like some podcast videos as well. It's very helpful. And then another thing that we discover, actually we discuss a little bit about whether we choose the British accent or American accent. And I think most of us agree that, yeah, I think we interest to learn about accent, but for now, I think the most important thing is for both parties to understand each other. Like, I mean, if we communicate with English accent, but my partner cannot understand what I'm saying, so what's the point? Shout out to everyone on our group. And then, I think another thing that we discover as well, even though we have a lot of apps that we can use to learn English, but the most important thing is to make it habit to always learn every day. And maybe we can add like a new grammar, sorry, not a new grammar, I mean like a new vocabularies, a new words every day, because sometimes it is very interesting when you watch the videos and then you find a new words, and then you can use it on your daily life. And then some tips that we share as well, like we can turn on the, what is it, like the translation on the videos on YouTube or on Netflix. Yeah, it helped us as well. So yeah, shout out to group 4. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, thank you. And then the next one, I shall welcome Miss Ima's group. Hello, Miss Ima.
Okay, from group 5, we have chosen Siraj Hamdan. Okay, please break a leg.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ima, to allow me to present what we were talking before in the room meeting 5. My name is Faisal Siraj. I'm coming from fifth room, and I will summarize what we were talking before. So we've just discussing about two apps between VOA and BBC, and the participants was actively involved in the discussion. So there are a lot of views from each participants regarding which apps they had ever used. Surprisingly, only few people had used those apps, and the rest are not, including me. But to be honest, each participants have their own views regarding which apps had can to lift their English proficiency. And for instance, some participants argue that VOA is better because the user interface is friendly, and the other participants argue that they use BBC because they like British accent because it sounds friendly, right? And then in the last question from the facilitator, Miss Ima, if I'm not mistaken, the last question is which aspect to engage your English proficiency. And the question from the participants, I summarized that to engage your English proficiency is based on which do you occupy. I mean, how do you use English in your daily basis? For instance, I'm coming from academic background, so my English communication is maaf, I forget ditekankan on written English communication. So it depends on what do you occupy on field of. So English is depend on what is your activity or your occupation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mas Siraj. Yeah. By the way, before you go, can you please turn off your video background because we are curious how you know.
Yeah. Let's wait.
We couldn't really see you. Come on, give us one more time, one more chance to see you. I wanted to cut you off earlier, but then okay. Hello, Mas Siraj. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So you
Hello,
said
Mr.
that
Fabio.
yeah, the English based on the occupation, yeah, based on your needs. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Right. Thank you. And then from Mr. Yuga. From Mr. Yuga.
Okay, stop playing. Okay, okay. I probably present the one and only our girl, Miss Dia Habutami. So break a leg, girl. Please welcome. Yay!
Yay! Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. So first, I would like to thank all the members of Group 6 and also the facilitator for the great discussion.
Thank
I learned a lot from you guys, from your different opinions and perspective. So from the discussion that we had tonight, most of us agree that BBC is more interesting because it has a lot of features, interesting features that can help us improve our English skills. For example, like the transcription. They also have a lot of choices. For example, like the genre, the drama type, or for business or others. The second topic for our discussion is the importance of having either British or American accent. So we all agree that having either British or American accent is also important because oftentimes it can show our professionalism, but also some of us think that keeping our accent can also be beautiful as a part of our identity when we talk to native speakers. Yeah. Okay, so that's all from group 6. Hopefully I cover all the discussion we have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great. Last but not least, I shall welcome Miss Amalia. Miss Amalia.
Okay, so yeah, in our room, we actually had a very lovely discussion. So I'd like to welcome Miss Muhimatul Umami or Miss Hima. So please tell us what we have discussed earlier. So yeah, Miss Hima.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Okay.
Evening.
Okay, I want to talk about discussion my group. My group in group 1 in tutor is Miss Amalia. Thank you. Okay, in this discussion about application to improve English skill. The English skill can you improve with BBC Learning and VOA? Because in BBC Learning and VOA, we can to improve my skill, English especially, about speaking skill. In addition, we can improve skill in listening and reading because in this application, the reason, firstly, in feature, in application, we learn to vocabulary and pronunciation. So I think I improved to skill in English, especially to speak. In addition, in this application, very useful to improve English skill. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, thank you. It's just minus the writing skill. Yeah, just minus the writing skill. Okay, thank you. That's it. The group presentation. Thank you, everyone. Again, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Now I shall welcome the presenter to give some comments, feedbacks. Yeah. Come on, Mas Ade.
Thank you.
Your time.
Thank you so much, Mas Cahyo. It's really great to hear it from you. Really, like, it seems like, I mean, like, not seems, but like, I believe you had a great discussion in your group, and I can see that each group has like their own opinions, right? One group focus on this, and then another group focus on this. I would like to highlight some of the answers here. First is about actually which apps you can use. Actually, yes. Whether okay, which app should we use? Actually, it's back again to you. It's the choice, the decision is in your hand. Today, I only presented like 2 apps that I like the most, but you can always explore yourself on Google Play Store. You can always install and uninstall if you don't like it, right? Find the app that has the most friendly, has the friendliest user interface. That will help you, and also like which has the best features. It's okay. It's okay to install and uninstall application. I hope your memory is still like, you still have some memories in your phone, right? Okay. And another question is about accent, right? I think in some of groups, you guys have a quite interesting, like, was that 2 polls of discussion about like, should we really learn about accent or not? If you still remember from my presentation, although I said that native like, actually, I didn't mention about accent, right? My accent is not mentioned there. If you can, have either American or British accent, that's great. But if you do not have the accent yet, it's okay. There are still many other components of fluency you can still learn, right? Probably the pronunciation and then the intonation, because accent is not something that you can learn through apps only. You should be immersed in the community. You should live. What's that? You should live in a place where the language is spoken. Then you can imitate the way people speak. I mean, like the accent, but it's still hard. It's really, really hard. Okay, and yes, you can still keep your Indonesian accent. You can. It's a part of our identity. It shows that we speak another language other than English, right? Right? And it makes us unique. It makes us unique. I mean, like actually earlier in our YouTube session, I talked with Mr. Cahyo, right? Mr. Cahyo about this. Some accent sounds cool. Some accent, I mean, like not the native speaker accent, but like, for example, like Spanish accent, they sound sexy. Russian accent, they sound powerful and strong. What about Indonesian accent? Oh, probably they sound friendly. I don't know, right?
Polite?
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Polite?
So
Maybe it sounds polite. Yeah.
yes, probably. I don't know about like how they think about our Indonesian accent, but if you can, pronunciation is the key. Pronunciation and intonation is the key to make your fluency better. Okay, I think that's all what I can say.
Thank you, Mr. Adi. Thank you. Yeah. Right. I hope the feedback gets to you, everyone. Yeah. Now the next agenda is the Q&A.
Right.
So
okay.
So you are invited to ask your questions to Mr. Ade here. Everyone, if you have any question,
oh yes, we still have Q&A,
raise
right?
your hand. Yeah, please raise your hand. If you still have any questions to Mr. Ade here, related to fluency or English or Michigan University, or
it's a long time ago.
I think I have one question. May I?
please.
Okay.
Sure, Baturi.
Oh,
Okay, and
okay,
after
thank you.
that,
Okay, thank you. So actually, I have this one question that always bother me. So basically, because we all here is not native English, right? So sometimes we use like a wrong grammar or like a wrong vocabulary. Actually, I don't have a problem when I talk with a foreigner because they understand me, like, oh, because I'm not native, right? But it sometimes it becomes a problem when I talk with Indonesian that also can speak English, because sometimes like like I don't know if that's me being overly sensitive about that, but I don't really comfortable actually talk like speaking English with my fellow Indonesian, because sometimes they just like, oh, you use the wrong grammar, oh, you should have this one, or I mean, like, I appreciate that actually, but I mean, how to overcome this kind of feeling? I know that this feeling is like a very negative feeling, but sometimes like I mean, like, me personally, I do understand like when we try to yeah, I think everyone here feel the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, like,
Indonesian.
yeah, so I don't know how to overcome this feeling, like, because at some point in my English journey, I literally like just stop learning grammar, because like I don't give like I don't give a fish about them about grammar. So and then but it becomes a problem when I have to like discuss in English with my fellow Indonesian, and moreover when in the same room we have a foreigner, like the Indonesian will just like judge my English and I was like, oh, okay. But with the foreigner, they just think, oh, your English is pretty good, like blah blah blah. So maybe Mr. Adi can give me like some tips how to, overcome this kind of situation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mbak Nuri. It's interesting. It happens to me too, Mbak Nuri. It happens to me too. I make grammatical mistakes and errors all the time when speaking. But probably, if that happens to you again, if it ever happens to you again, then probably you can like say to yours. I mean, like say it in your heart, like, who are you to judge me? Who are you to judge me, right? No. Yeah. I mean, like, it's okay to make grammatical mistakes. People understand that we are not the first speaker. I mean, like, English is not our first language. We are not a native speaker. How do I say this? Just be confident with your English. Don't be bothered with people's comments that says that, oh, your English is broken. Earlier in the in my discussion with Mas Cahyo, I told him that it's okay to speak broken English. That means we speak another language. We master. We are a native speaker of another language, right? So it's okay, Mbak Nuri, and it's okay, everybody. But what is the but? But I mean, like, learning a language is a long life process, a long life learning process. So while practicing English, try to evaluate, try to learn from the native speaker, try to learn from our partner. When you imitate, like our topic is imitation, right? When you try to imitate what other people are saying, and then keep saying it again and again and again in your mind until it becomes easy to speak. For example, like when the first time we learn English, it's always confusing. Do we use does he, does she, do she, do he, right? It's always confusing, right? But when we say that over and over again, does he, does she, do we, do they, do you, right? It becomes fluent. It comes out naturally. So yes, my advice is just keep practicing. I mean, like, just keep speaking English, but at the same time, evaluate ourselves. And that's the way we improve our English. Okay, Mbak Nuri, who are you to judge me?
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ade. Does that answer your question, Miss Nuri? I hope it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
Mr. Ade.
Oh, may I add an answer to you?
Sure.
Okay. Well, you said that you are, I mean, you've had enough with the judgy Indonesian. So my suggestion would be find the right community like this one. You want to be judged, yeah? So it's true. I did that. I mean, I think I kind of filter my friends. Yeah. Oh, this one is judgy. So I am, move him out. Like, you are not my friend. Then I just
Okay, I think I can do that as well.
Yeah. Just do that. Yeah. Quote of the day. Okay. Okay. The next one, I think we can have another question.
Yeah, Mas Cahyo, I think somebody asked me a question personally. This person doesn't want me to mention the name.
Okay.
So the question is word English is like actually like Indonesian English, Singaporean English is included in fluency? Can we say that we are fluent although we use local language accent in uttering English, let's say Japanese accent? Yes, we can still be fluent, although we have our accent, Indonesian accent, Japanese accent, because fluency is not actually. I mean, it's me personally. Fluency is not measured by the accent, right? But the flow, the pronunciation. As long as you do not mispronounce the word, right? As long as you still pronounce it well, it's close enough to the correct pronunciation, people will still understand, right? So yes, but again, like what I mentioned to Mbak Nuri, again, evaluate ourselves. Always evaluate. I mean, like when we evaluate ourselves, it is a sign that we still want to learn more. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, any other questions? From Mbak Nur Huda, I think I see Mbak Nur Huda raises her hand.
Okay, Mbak Nur Huda, please.
Yeah, hello, good evening, everyone. I have three questions for Mr. Adi. My first question is how to reduce or minimize nervous feeling when we speak in English. And second is I want to know about user interface. What's the difference between user interface and MSA mobile stream application? And my third question is which application that can show our grammatical error and show the correction? That's all. Thank you. Without premium, yeah,
membership.
Yeah,
Okay.
premium membership. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mbak Nur Huda. Okay, is somebody taking notes of the questions?
I do.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay.
I got your back. The first one is nervousness, Mr. Adi. How to overcome?
Okay, I think it happens to everybody here, right? It happens.
Yeah.
So, Mbak Nur Huda, you are not alone. First, you are not alone. And then my tip is, I think like this. Actually, I was also nervous before I began this presentation. I was so nervous. But the key not to become nervous is actually to prepare. I mean, like you should really know what you are going to talk about, Mbak Nur Huda. Even just to begin with, even just to greet somebody, if you are not confident in yourself, if you are not prepared, if you do not have enough background knowledge about the expressions to greet people, you will feel nervous, right? But if you know the good expressions to greet somebody, you will say it confidently, like, hi, good morning. Hi, how's it going? Right? How do you do? Something like that, for example. So my suggestion is prepare well before you begin speaking. That's the way to reduce anxiety and nervousness. Take a deep breath, everything will be fine. I'm ready with the ideas in my mind and I'm gonna speak it out. Okay.
The second question, Mr. Adi, is about MSA versus UI. What's the difference?
Yeah, actually, these are two different terms, Mbak Nur Huda. Jadi MSA is the application like the BBC Learning English, VOA Learning English, Netflix. But UI or user interface is, how do I say that? User interface is the first page that you see when you open the application. That's the user interface. Jadi apa sih Kak bahasa Indonesia ya? What is the English word for that?
It's like in technology, it's like the front side of the web page. So it's totally different thing.
Yes. So UI is the front page. What you see. It's what you see. What features that you can find there. That's the difference, Mbak Nur Huda. Okay. We are
and then the last one is there any grammar check app? I mean, like application that can improve our grammar? Any suggestion?
Well, I haven't studied about it. I haven't studied about it, but I don't know. To be honest, I do not know because like the BBC Learning English and VOA Learning English cannot help us check our grammar. But if you keep using it while listening and reading, you will like develop your sense of English naturally, Mbak Ruda. So you do not learn grammar specifically, like focus on grammar, but you will learn grammar and sentence structure because you are used to English, because you are exposed to English. Right.
Right.
Oh, Grammarly. Yes, Grammarly. Yeah, Grammarly. Yeah, I forgot about it.
Okay. Thank you. Does that answer your questions, but
Yeah, thank you. But Grammarly is for premium membership.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
actually for Grammarly, I think if it's just like for the writing session, I think it's good enough. Because like the premium will have more complicated features like how to make a phrase or something like that. But if just to correct the, like the words or the simple grammar, I think that's helpful as well. And also if you type on words like Microsoft Words or something like that, sometimes they have like, like the red line or maybe like, yeah, the red line under the words. So it means that you type the wrong words or the wrong sentences. So it helps as well.
right, exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
All right. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, the time is up for the Q&A. I'm really sad. We have to end the Q&A session. Yeah. So the next agenda is the feedback form filling. I'm sending you the link through the chat box. So please kindly, fill out the feedback, yeah, for us. Wait. Give me time. Okay, I hope it's visible to you guys. So please fill out the feedback for us.
I think the link is not working, Masahyo.
Oh,
The link's not working.
really? I have tried that before. Wait. Okay, how about this one? Okay, please click the, yeah. Is it working, guys?
I think it works for some participants. I mean, the first link works for some participants.
Right, thank you. 3 participants have done it. Okay, 4. Thank you, Mbak Nuri, Mas Bima, thank you. Thank you, Theo. Right, I think most of you have done the feedback form. Yeah, I think it's all right, Masadir. We can go on to the next agenda. Right, since the time is running out, actually it's past the rundown. So yeah, I'm going to show you the today's bake. Yeah, I'm going to show you today's bake. Let me share my screen. Wait. Give me some time. Okay, let me just write it down here. Right, these are the today's bake. Yeah, first one, fluency from Mr. Ade here. Fake it till you make it. He said, yeah. And then the next one, yeah, the next one, don't be ashamed to be your Indonesian accent. Yeah, as it's your identity. So yeah, everyone agrees with this, I think. And then keep practicing, he said, yeah, imitating and evaluating. This one is important, the last one, especially like evaluating. Evaluate yourself, record yourself. And then the next one is find your own preferable apps. I think this, preferable app, your own apps to help you get there to an English speaker, right? And then Siti Mutia shouted that the quote of the day is, "Who are you to judge me?" Right, from Mr. Adi.
Yes.
2021.
We can add something, Mas Cahyo. We
Oh,
can add
yeah,
something.
please.
Hey, baby, who are you to judge me?
Okay. Okay, put the sarcastic baby here, yeah? Okay. Cool.
Hey, baby. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, these are the today's bake. Thank you. And then moving on to the next agenda, which is what you've been waiting for, the voucher announcement will be announced by our coordinator, Miss Henny. I shall welcome you to announce the winners.
All right. Thank you, Mas Cahyo. Hi, everyone. I think this is something that you've been waiting for. Perhaps your heart beats faster now. Kayak apa aja. All right. I've got 2 vouchers here to give away to the lucky attendee today. Hang on, let me check out my list first. Where is that? Here we go. Right, so 1 voucher is worth 150,000 rupiah, and that's for our conversation program. That sounds great, isn't it? All right. Okay. Just go to the first person who receives this voucher. It's Mbak Hilda Ainun.
Wow.
See here?
Okay. Hello, Mbak Hilda.
You're here, Mbak Hilda. Where are you?
Is she gone?
All right. There she is. Yes,
Okay.
she's here. Okay, you have a speech. Do you want to say something now? No, right. Congratulations, Mbak Hilda.
I
Right.
don't expect that I will get the opportunity. So thank you, everyone.
Right, sure. All right, congratulations, Mbak Hilda. And the second one is I've got Mbak again. Sorry. I think because our participants here are dominated by girls, women. Yay. So well, next is Mbak Muhimatul Umami.
Wow, congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
There she is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you
Sorry,
so
I cannot
much.
show you the voucher, but we've got one of our team member to contact you soon, Mbak Mohimatul and Mbak Hilda. Thank you, Mas Ayo. Back to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. Don't change your WhatsApp numbers because you'll be contacted soon. Yeah. Right. Actually, this is what I've been waiting for. The photo session. Mr. Adit, can you please take our photo? Yeah, with the
Okay.
smiles. Mr. Adit. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, please turn on your camera, please. And please don't use your chat box during this photo session, right? Okay. I will check it first. Miss Olivina, Mr. Joyo, Miss Septina, Mr. Jeffrey, Miss Fania, Miss Nadaul, Miss Herdiati, please turn on your camera. And we will use the finger symbol as usual. So please use your right hand and shape your finger as letter C like this. Okay.
Right
We have
finger
two
or left
pages.
finger?
Okay, everyone ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay. It's time to second page. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Okay, done. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Ade. Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Mr. Ade. Thank you, Miss Honey. Thank you, everyone here. Thank you, all the participants. Now I officially close this event. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye-bye.